All right, mate. So, sorry about that. Just had to change the bit in the screwdriver. So, there's a screw here. They are all pretty much the same. They might not be in the same place. Might be on the top here, might be on the bottom. I don't know. So there's one on that side, and there's one on that side, just there. So I've already taken that out. So far, all I've taken out, the 2 screws. Rupert, I'm filming. Wherever you want, it's your toy. 2 screws and a nut. Okay, that's all I've taken out. This will now, depending on when you turn your boiler off, mine was only a few minutes ago. That will be, mine's warm. So just take that off. There is the nozzle. That is my new one. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is undoing that screw there, which is the Torx bit, right? So, what's it called? Allen key, but spiky. Looks about that size. No? Is it that one? Yeah, I reckon it's that one. So, let's put you down. Right. So, they have actually, if you don't have an Allen key bit, and that one wasn't right, they have actually got a flat blade fitting. Just for a flat blade screwdriver. Just like that. It doesn't need to come all the way off, it's just so you can move it backwards and forwards. See, it's just a clamp. And what that's to do with, this is the, just here is where the spark comes from to ignite it. You can see this is all carboned up because it really needs to be changed. And that gap is set, and you'll find that in your manual, whatever the gap needs to be, like looking at it flat on between the end of the nozzle and the electrode. So if you just move that out like that, it's just on wires, so we can just move that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 16mm spanner on there, and I'm going to put an adjustable on there like that, and then all I'm going to do is undo it, but I'm going to stop it again because I can't hold it unless you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you can. That might work. Right, so you need adjustable or grips or another spanner or what? That ain't gonna friggin' work. Just installing a new Arga tank around the corner, so I've got most of my tools out. So holding that tight, just knock that. And I'm just going to isolate. There'd be 2 little valves on those hoses that comes off the burner. Just turn them off just in case a bit of oil comes out. So that's now unscrewing. Let's just make sure you can still see that. Yeah, it's cool. Right, that's unscrewing. That's the old one, full of crap. And really black, and quite a lot of paraffin behind it, which there shouldn't really be, because that means that the pump is pushing more behind it than it can actually get out because the nozzle's blocked. Okay, so new nozzle, careful never to touch that bit there, which is the sort of filter, and no need for any sealant or shit. It's pretty full of crap actually. New one. No need for sealant or PTFE tape or anything like that. Okay. And again, hold it with grips. 16mm ring, or adjustable if you haven't got it. And you do want to knit that up quite nicely. There we go. Because that is the seal. These electrodes, I sort of know where mine have to be, so I mean, you know, if I was a proper boiler engineer, I'd be measuring it and shit, but I've done it so many fucking times. I sort of know where it is. Okay, so it's about that flat-bladed screwdriver, all your Torx bit onto that screw, and just nip. They do burn away, so you might find you haven't got any left, in which case you've got to change those. They look alright to me. Just bring them out spot on. Basically, this is your spark plug.
Oh no, stop boiling water.
Okay, so that's all back on. So I want all I'm looking for now, 2 little screws, and that. There's no top or bottom. And all I'm doing now is everything I've already done, but in reverse. Yeah, so I think the sorry, you right here next door. He's just started a diamond cutter. He's cutting some bricks or patio slabs. That gap between the electrodes, mine I think is about 3 mil, something along those lines. Your manual will tell you what it's supposed to be. So 2 screws don't need to be tight at all. Just literally knit, because they get so hot. You actually don't want to over tighten them because the heads will just ping off. So that's it, mate. All I've got to do now is put that on effectively. So again, just being slightly careful with those hoses at the back end. That just goes in there on the stud. Sorry, you're probably just checking out my bowl patch at the moment. I'm just putting that nut on with my fingers, running it up, supporting the burner whilst you're doing that, mate. And then I've got a bit of a fancy ratchet that when you turn the handle, that turns, just for like when you've got tiny little movement. It's quite handy. So doing that up, and again, doesn't, you know, you're not torquing that to some ridiculous figure. You just want it tight. And also, so now just down here, mate, just remember that I turn these little valves off. You know, I just said just isolate the 2 oil valves. So that's changed. That's the old one. That can be chucked away. Before you chuck it, order another one and take note of that number there. Get one in order, get one in stock. That's really the only thing that goes. So that boiler's nice and solid, ain't gonna go anywhere. Pressure's all good. My boiler lives outside in a sort of housing. That's the new Architect that I'm installing. It's the old one. Straight off a dustbin lorry. So we can now turn that back on, and hopefully there should be no fault. And just all we need to do is just say, Jamie, can you turn the hot tap on, please? So that pump's just started. I haven't heard ignition yet. Oh, there we go. That's ignition. So one way you can tell if the thing's going is the nozzle is smoked, and that's because it's not getting enough fuel. And also the smell, it becomes really stinky. That now doesn't smell, it sounds much better. Ignition is quieter. All in all, that just sounds and smells much better. And you should try and do that. Hi. You should try and do that every year, at least. Really. I'm doing ours just before the winter. But it's summer now, but the heating's not on. But I don't want to come out here when it's freezing cold and get it sorted. So that's it, mate. You won't normally have this amount of rubbish out here, but like I said, that is the new copper pipe. Well, that's the old copper pipe, and I'm putting in this new tank to feed our alga with oil and stuff. So, but I thought I'd just quickly do that for you as I needed to do it, and I thought you wanted to see it. So sorry, mate. That's 15 minutes of video, but it's not complicated. A screwdriver, a couple of bits, a 13mm spanner, a new nozzle, a 16mm ring, and a pair of grips, and that is it. Love you all. Speak to you soon. Bye.